Mom Strategist, and frequently meets with busy mothers to help them create mom self-care support groups.
One of the things I think is so important for every mom is to create a community of support for herself. Okay, so Time for Mommy groups were created.
Welcome to the Scope,
I know that
guys.
so often we get together for a play group and connect with, other mothers through that way, but we aren't really talking about ourselves. And one of the things that I found is that when we talk about our lives and when we grow our lives,
Welcome to the Scope. Invite your friends.
For ourselves, we give to our family. So we've had over 283 self-care groups, and I
Invite
think
your friends,
the power of
guys.
the groups has been that moms have no judgment, just camaraderie. You have an opportunity to connect with other women in your demographics of motherhood. For example, if you are a stay-at-home mom, if you connect with other women who are at home, their strategies and tips are more relevant for you.
And it's so easy as a mom to just start feeling isolated.
So
So to
my
get
finger,
into
right?
groups or have your friends call and say, hey, come do this, come do that, it forces you to come
Welcome
out
to the
of
Scope,
little
guys. Invite your
shell
friends.
of isolating yourself.
And as a mom, it's really important to widen the net so that you have more friends, and then with all of that comes different opportunity and different things.
I think it's so cool is that in motherhood, we are still growing in our own lives, and we forget about that. And that's why I think it's so important to build support for yourself that's relevant, because we change. Remember, when mama's happy, everyone else is happy. I'm Mia Redrick, America Now.
All right. Welcome to the Scope. Here we go. Let me move my fingers. Hey, guys. Let me scoot this here. It's Mia Redrick here. And you know what I got to do today? I got to go back to the mall. Not for myself, because I haven't been to the mall, because I have teenagers. But my daughter is going to the mall that's closer than where my son went yesterday. He chose the mall that was 35 minutes away or 30 minutes away. White Marsh. We had to drive by like 3 malls to go in order to get him to the mall because girls were there. Woo-hoo. Okay. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Invite your friends. I'm going to keep it short and quick today. But I've got some giveaways, which I told you, and some deals for you. I am Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, and I'm sticking to it. And I support moms with life and business success. And this morning, I'm just so excited. I woke up fired up this morning. I've got tons of things I've got to do for the kids and then get the house ready for the holidays because we've got really great weather here in Maryland today. Let me know where you're from. Let me know who's on the Scope. Where are you from? Where are you from? So I'm going to get started. I've got some cool giveaways today, and I'll tell you in a second how you can get them. So I'm giving away this. Can you guys see this? This is a Time for Mommy mug. Okay, it's kind of cool. It's like my favorite thing. I actually have my coffee in my mug this morning. And also, I'm going to be giving away an autographed copy of my book, Time for Mommy, 5 Essential Strategies for Mother's Self-Care. Here. Okay. And it's all going to be inside, and, a custom bookmark. And it's going to be inside this pretty cool bag, which I want you guys to see. Can you see it? It's a jute bag. It's pretty big, too, on the inside to hold all of your gear, your mommy gear, okay? So you're going to get a mug and an autographed copy of my #1 Amazon bestseller, Time for Mommy, 5 Essential Strategies for Mother's Self-Care. And so you may be saying, well, what do I have to do? Well, stay tuned, and I'll tell you what you have to do in a minute, okay? So I'm excited because I was saying to you guys today that one of the things I wanted to talk about was the benefit of working with a coach and how does it save you time and money. As you know, I'm a mentor to moms. I work mostly with mom entrepreneurs who are interested in life and business success. Now, here's my story. I started 13 years ago. I decided that I wanted to go to work as myself, okay? And I had a background in corporate training, loved being a corporate trainer, but I wanted to start a business and kind of combine my skills that I had accumulated over the years with a business or in a business. Wasn't really sure how to do that, how to make that happen. And so I decided to go to my local small business resource center to get some support from someone that can help me figure out how to start a business. And soon I scheduled an appointment. I was so excited, like some of you out here who, maybe you've got a business idea, and, you just want to share it with someone. You want to get support on getting that business going. Why? I scheduled an appointment. I showed up so excited, enthusiastic, and I met with the director of that resource center, and that director told me, you will never make money doing this. No one will ever pay you to support moms and run a business and do training. He said, my best advice for you is to go back to work or start a training company. And I was devastated. And you know what? I realized in that moment, I had given away my power. And sometimes we do that as moms, right? We give away our power because what you want to do is in the mom side of things, it's a soft skills side of business. And sometimes people don't think it's a real business. That's what I was encountering. Anybody else out there ever encountered that? Are you guys going to make me talk to myself this morning? Well, that's what I encountered. And I was devastated. I actually got in my car and I cried. I was embarrassed. I felt talked down to. And more importantly, I accepted it. But when I got home and I started to kind of look around again on the internet, I really wasn't sure what I was really looking for. I bumped into this whole world of coaching, and literally it changed my entire life. I found this woman, Terry Levine, who was a mentor to business owners. She didn't have any kids, and I liked what she was up to, and I reached out to her to see if she could support me in combining my background as a corporate trainer and my love of motherhood into a business. And she said, of course. And it wasn't a straight path for me, but what I learned was that coaching and mentorship was, I'm a pioneer, thank you so much. And we all are pioneers. Sometimes when you're bringing something new to the marketplace, what I had to learn was that if it doesn't have a name or people haven't seen it before, sometimes they'll say your idea is silly or it won't work. And they don't really they're not meaning to be offensive to you. They're just talking to you based on their own their own view, their own story, right? So in any event, I started working with this coach. She taught me how to build time-rich models. And if you don't know what that is, it means that in addition to running a business or running a coaching business, she taught me how to build a business that allows me to compound my time. And my very first product, I created an ebook, online ebook, which was just 40 pages. And that first product made me over $88,000. And I was hooked. I was like, I had never been in a grocery store before and made money passively. And so I just wanted to learn everything I could about how to do that. Fast forward 13 years, I've coached over 400 clients. 112 of my clients have written books. Over half of them are Amazon bestsellers. And I'm really proud of it. And I'm an author. I've written 4 books, of which this is one of the giveaways for today, right? My book, my first #1 Amazon bestseller. And what's cool about this book is that what this book represents to me is possibility, because when I wrote this book, I had to go to the library at night and to write my book because my kids were very young at the time. Thinking, all right, so I wrote this book about 7-8 years ago, and my oldest is 17. So maybe I had a 10-year-old, then I had a 7-year-old, and I had a 4-year-old when I wrote this book. So I would go to the library at night so I could have quiet time to finish the book. And I know that sometimes if you're a mom, you need systems in order for you to really accomplish the things you want to do. And so this book always meant a lot to me because I had to leave every Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evening when the kids went down to go to sleep to finish that book. But what's also cool about this book was that symbolically it represented progress for me in many ways. When the book first came out, I pitched to Panera Corporation and I got my first corporate deal, a paid corporate deal with a major Fortune 100 national brand. And I learned from that experience that, how people tell you, you need to have all of these things in order for you to work with people or for you to show up powerfully, and that's not true. You need to have amazing content. You need to have a great message, and that's one of the things that I support my clients with is creating great content and understanding how to leverage that content to work with brands, right? Does that make sense? All right. So if you have any questions for me, just feel free to type them in, or if you have any amens, I appreciate it. So, but anyway, that's what this book represents to me, and I'm going to give this away today. I'm going to actually give away 2 sets, which includes this book, Time for Mommy, 5 Essential Strategies for Mother Self-Care, as well as one of my mugs. Okay, one of my mugs. Thank you for joining. Time for Mommy, 5 is, well, no, it's Time for Mommy. It's a nice big mug. I love it. And then also a jute bag, which is pretty cool. It's the Time for Mommy jute bag. So if you can see in here, it's pretty big, and you know, it's kind of cool. Like, it just hangs over your, can you see that? Hangs over your shoulder. So the winner's going to win all 3 of these things, and I'm going to choose 3 winners. All right. So you want to know how to win? Nobody asked me. So how do you win, Mia? All right. So what I thought would be kind of cool is that here on Periscope, if you would write down for me, what is your #1 reservation about working with a coach? So, and you know, so that I can answer that, because I know that it takes courage to ask for what you want, and sometimes we don't get what we need. Okay, Core Moms Coaching. Oh, thank you, Herlene. I love it. She's one of my Core Mom Coaching clients on the scope today. She's beautiful. Love my bag, and you love your cup, right? Isn't it nice? So we just want everybody in the world to have one of these, right? This is what I'm drinking from this morning, my coffee. Thank you so much. I want all moms to have it, and understand that starting with intention in your morning is the way to go when you're a mom. Setting your goals over a cup of tea or coffee or hot water and lemon, whatever it is for you, is how I like to start my day. That's how I get clear about what I'm going to do. Okay, so what I'm going to need you to do is, if you want to win, then you just need to write down a challenge that you have, and then you win those 3 things, okay? So the first 3 people that do it win, and that's it, all right? And there we go. All right, so it just runs all day until we get 3 people to sign on. All right, so in any event, I want to tell you about the deals that I have for you today. Now, you can check out my Periscope from yesterday, because the deal goes away, I believe at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight. Let me pull it up. I'm going to tell you which scope it is. So if you go back to rebroadcast on Periscope or on catch.me, you'll see the scope that I say, it's Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, and it's Black Friday specials. It says Black Friday specials. And the special is that I'm offering an opportunity for you to coach with me. I want to jump right in. I offer a program called Core Moms Coaching. It is an entrepreneurial program, coaching program for moms. It's phenomenal. It is a 12-month incubator program that really covers everything from soup to nuts on how to sell without selling, how to market your business, how to pitch to media, how to also write pitch letters to brands and do collaborations, partnerships that you monetize, how to position yourself as an expert, how to attract national media to you. Also, I teach you equally how to outsource in your business, because a lot of times we're spending too much for the things we need to get done in our business, and I like to show entrepreneurs, small business entrepreneurs, how they can save. Okay, but then in addition to the business curriculum, there's also a life curriculum, and that life curriculum is because I know that for the most part, when a mom doesn't continue to do the things she needs to get done in her business, it isn't because it won't work. It's usually because she has life issues. Like maybe she doesn't set boundaries. Maybe she doesn't have clear office hours. Maybe she doesn't have the support of her spouse or her family. She's doing too much. She doesn't have systems in her life. So one of the things that I like to do is to support mom entrepreneurs is to make sure that they have life systems in place while they're building their business. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, for those of you who have just joined me on the scope, I'm Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. I've got some cool giveaways today, and to earn them, all you need to do is type in, what's your question as it relates to working with a coach? Like, what's been your reservation over the years as it relates to working with a coach? Now, you'll win one of my Time for Mommy mugs, okay, which is kind of cool. It's kind of a nice, deep, big mug. You'll get an autographed copy of my book, my #1 Amazon bestseller, Time for Mommy, 5 Essential Strategies for Mother's Self-Care. And you'll also get a pretty cool bag. It's a jute bag. It's pretty large for all your mommy wears. Okay, you can see here. Hopefully I'm doing a good job showing it. But you'll win here, okay? And all you have to do to play is say what your challenge is as it was related to working with a coach, because that really supports me around what are some of the biggest issues that that you're having in terms of making a decision. A lot of times it's price. Sometimes it's not having any context around what it's like to work with a coach. Sometimes you don't know a coach, because I didn't know any other life coaches or mentors at all as it related to this industry. So I didn't have any context about what would happen if I was working with a coach, like exactly what happens. So anyway, back to Core Moms. It's a great entrepreneurial incubator program. It's for any service-based business out there. If you're a speaker, you're an author, you're a coach, you'll love the business. If you have a service-based business, you'll benefit from it as well. I also own a commercial laundry, so I understand that if you're a B2B, I understand some of your needs. Thank you so much for sharing, Herlene. I understand your needs as well, and sometimes it's marketing, it's not needing to know your social media strategy, and where do you go to get all of those questions answered? I can answer that. Core Moms Coaching. It's a great program, and you can check it out at coremomscoaching.com. There's some free giveaways too when you sign up there. coremomscoaching.com. The Core Moms Coaching program, you also get assigned accountability partners that are your ambition level and above, and I have to say that I interview every single person that comes into the program to ensure fit, because I don't want you making an investment in a program you don't use. Thank you, Herlene. Awesome program. She loves it. It's a great program. And what's cool about it is that it's not a hyped program. So everything that I teach, I have done. So imagine that in this day and time that you don't just have to read something on a website and it's not real in real life. Okay, so everything that I teach my clients, I have done, from creating Amazon launches and creating #1 best-selling books, understanding how to outsource to build a side business. Like one of my book coaching business, I work with 10 to 15 of my clients a year who are writing books that program myself for $15,000 and $22,000. It's a process of outsourcing that I use, but I teach my clients the exact process. So sometimes you can learn a concept within your coaching program that will allow you to monetize and create a whole nother business and income stream. And I'm totally into that. What I like to do is to make money passively, and to create content to do that is really important. And if you've got some great ideas, or maybe you've always wanted to come up with your own CD series or DVD series or training programs, you love your accountability partners. Yes, they're great, right? We attract in that community really sharp, really smart, incredible women, and that believe in sharing. And I have to say that don't really have a lot of ego with one another, right? So, which is really cool, because then we can share openly, right? And you can get your needs met. So sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, you're doing it all by yourself and you feel like the Lone Ranger, and you really need to have feedback from a community, but you also need the accountability from other people who know what you said you're going to do. They hold you accountable to that, so you get more results done. And that's particularly good for any of you guys out there who've been a part of coaching programs before, and they may have been great programs, but you found they were like shelf programs for you. You didn't do the work. You didn't do the work because you didn't have a system that really worked for you being a mom that allowed you to be more accountable and not to hide. Does that make sense? Okay, so you may be wondering, okay, about how much is Core Moms, right? Like, how much is it? Okay. Okay, so Core Moms Coaching Program is $5,000 a year. The Black Friday special is the same rate as the retreat. I did a retreat 2 weeks ago, and it is $4,200. Yeah, so you can save $800 until 8 o'clock today. $800 until 8 o'clock today, and it's $350 a month. Or if you want to pay in full, there's a discount for that. Or if you want to pay in thirds, there's a discount for that. So literally $350 a month. That's it for a 1-year coaching program, solid, rock solid program. Welcome to the scope today. I'm sharing with everyone how they can win my mug, my Time for Mommy mug, which is pretty cool. I love, and an autographed copy of my #1 Amazon bestseller, Time for Mommy: 5 Essential Strategies for a Mother's Self-Care. Okay, and this pretty cool Time for Mommy bag. It's a jute bag, and it's pretty big, so on the inside. So for you to take it wherever you go and put all of your mommy tools in it, right? So when you're taking care of your kids, I want you taking care of you, and you can use my bag to do that. Now, to win, all you have to do is write down one question that you have for me about maybe why it is, or one statement about why it is that you decided not to work with a coach, right? Like, what was the issue for you around coaching? Was it pricing? Was it, you know, what is it? Because I know for me, I never heard of a coach. So I couldn't even, short of sports coaches. So I didn't know what anybody would do for me in coaching. And so I didn't have any context around it. And in fact, you know, it wasn't something I could value or not value because I just didn't know enough about it. And I know that's true for so many of us. To win, all you have to do is type in your question about, you know, what were your reservations about working with the coach, or what are your questions about working with the coach, and I'm happy to answer them here on the scope, and then you win. Okay, let me think. So, you know what Core Moms is, you know what that coaching program is, and that might be a fit for you if, you know, if you have a service-based business, if in your business, you know you need to create content, or you're ready to take your business to the next level. Maybe it's your branding, you're ready to position yourself as an expert, and you want to know how to do that, the program is for you, okay? Thank you, Herlene. I'm so glad you're here again. Then this program is for you. It is for you if, in fact, you've been spinning your wheels. You can't figure out how to put together profitable models in your business, and you need to learn how to do that. Maybe you want to do events, and you can't figure out how to do, you can't do profitable events. Maybe you want to do a six-figure event, and you can't figure out how to do it. I can support you around doing that, okay? Now, the coolest part is everything that I teach my clients how to do, I've done it, which is what I really pride myself on, is being able to connect with my clients. And I will say that I think when you're choosing a coaching program, one of the things you want to make sure happens, my hair's kind of flat on this side, right? One of the things you want to make sure happens is that your coach sees you. I mean, they don't have to talk to you every day to see you, but they need to know what you're doing in order to support your growth, right? So I think sometimes when we work with coaches, we work with people and they never see us. They never know what you're up to, and you never get your questions answered. Or maybe I have only spoken to one coach. I have no idea what to expect, and she didn't explain. Okay, and Kiara, you win the bag. So what I'm going to need you to do is email me at Mia, M-I-A, _Redrick, Redrick, at findingdefinitions.com. So that's Mia, M-I-A, _Redrick, at findingdefinitions.com. And you win the first bag. There are 3 of them. Thank you for stating your question. I think that's important, that sometimes we don't get our questions answered, and there are a number of reasons for that. Maybe the coach didn't know the answer to the question, or maybe they misunderstood. You're welcome. Thank you for playing full out. And that's what I like, is people who take that risk and who play full out. My clients will tell you there's always a reward. There's always a reward for playing full out. Always. Every single time. So, but that's really important. And I will say that I think that when you choose a coach, you need to make sure that the coach is living the way that you want to live. So what I mean by that is, for me, I wanted to be a full-time entrepreneur, and I have been for over the last 10 years, okay? Meaning I don't have a job, my husband doesn't have a job, we are full-time entrepreneurs, all right? So I wanted to work with someone who was a full-time entrepreneur. And so the woman I decided to learn from, she spent 3 months a year in another country because she doesn't like to do winter here. And I had never met anyone that could do that in their business. And I thought, man, I don't know that I'm ready to do that because I've got kids in school, but I surely want to learn how to build systems so I can own my time. And she taught me that. So I think it's really important. If your coach is making their money running from one place to the next place, guess how you're going to make your money? Just like that. All right. So it's really important that your teachers, that the way they live is in alignment with the way you want to live. I'll tell you guys a quick story. It's a story I share all the time. I was at the speaking event for this women's event. And there was a really popular speaker. She was phenomenal, fantastic, and everybody was going crazy over her message, and she was great. And she said something that hit me like a ton of bricks. She had told everybody how she was living her dream, which I believe she was, and that she was on the road for 315 days the year before. And I was like, wow, 315 days. Well, it's only 365 days in a year. Man, for me, that wasn't compatible. I needed a teacher who actually wants to have dinner with their kids, okay? So I would say that to you to say that sometimes people are listening to their teachers or people who are on stage and they're really getting caught up in the hype and they're not focusing on what really will benefit them in their business. Now, for me, I wanted to work with someone who owned their time because I figured whatever she was going to teach me was going to get me closer to that. And that's really what I wanted. The other thing that I wanted, which was very important to me, was to learn how to make money passively from my house. Like right now, I'm in my office, talking to you, building my business. But I just did a keynote on Thursday in Trinidad, right in this exact same room, right? So if you don't know anything about how to build your business from the comfort of your home, then I can teach you how to do that. And my coach taught me how to do that you don't have to run all around to build business. You can do events anywhere that you are, all right? And that's important to know, because if you don't know that, then there's just one strategy or you think there's one way to make money. Now, this was really important for me because 5 years ago, my husband started experiencing issues with his kidney and went on dialysis. And so 15 to 18 hours a week, he was getting his kidneys dialyzed, and I couldn't travel. We had 3 young children when he started that, and my oldest was 12, and my daughter was 8, and then Matthew was 4. So I couldn't. I needed to be there for my husband and in the way that I needed to be for him. And I wanted to be there for my kids. And thank God I built a business that compounds my time, that wasn't based on my ability to perform. And I never had to go back to work during a time that was critical. So if you're a mom, that's so important, right? Like, why do you build a business? You build a business so maybe your why is you want to be there for your family. Maybe it's because you want to pick your kids up from school or have dinner as a family in the evenings. You got to think about that, when you're starting your business. And you got to make sure your models are compatible with the lifestyle you want. Did you hear that? And that's a nugget. You got to make sure the models that you create are compatible with the lifestyle that you want. And you got to make sure your teachers are living that way. If you just joined me on the scope, you can win my #1 Amazon bestseller, Time for Mommy, 5 Essential Strategies for a Mother's Self-Care today, along with my mug, okay, Time for Mommy. It's a nice mug, too. I have coffee in it, so I don't want to tip it over too much, but it's a nice big mug. And you will also win this pretty cool jute bag, which is, can you see it? Time for Mommy, 5 Essential, well, it's Time for Mommy. Okay, it's a jute bag, and it opens up, it's pretty wide, right? It's for any mom that's on the go. Now, to win these 3 things, one prize is already gone. We have 2 left. All you need to do is say, what's been your reservation with working with a coach? Like, why haven't you worked with a coach? Or what has been your experience around that? And that's how you can win, okay? So, not even rocket science, right? So this is the #1 Amazon bestseller. I am Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, and thank you so much for joining me today. My mission really is to support moms with life and business success and real solutions, real strategies that work in motherhood. We can't ignore the fact that you are a mom if you're in business, right? Like, can you imagine someone saying to you, you sign up for some program that you need to show up like everybody else? Are you kidding? Before you even get to do whatever you need to do as a mom in your business, you have had to put out probably 2 fires. Maybe you had to nurse. Maybe you had to change a diaper. Likely you had to carpool, drop 2 kids off. Somebody left their lunchbox back. So I believe that when you're supporting a mom and coaching a mom in business, we can't ignore the fact that you're a mom. We have to create systems for you specifically to be able to build your business and understand how to do that, as a mom, right? So that you can show up more consistently and persistently in your business. And that is the truth. So I can tell you, we can ignore the fact that you're a mom, but your life's not going to ignore it. Things fall apart. You won't be doing business much longer, right? So what's the point in building a, thank you, it's truth. What's the point in building an amazing business and you don't like your life, right? So my life informs my business, not my business doesn't inform my life. My life informs my business. And the same is true for you. I have coached over 400 moms, entrepreneurs toward life success and business success because they go hand in hand. And the coolest part is that sometimes people come to me because maybe they have a goal. They want to take a business that's making $50,000 and they want to take it and make $100,000 or $200,000 or $500,000 or whatever, right? But other times people come to me because they have an idea and they're like, this is a really great idea and I'm trying to figure out how to put it into a business, how to create coaching programs or mentorship program or how to structure this in a consultancy business and get paid well. And I believe that when you're working with a coach, one of the benefits is you're not trying to recreate the wheel. So if you're not making the money that you want to make in your business, it's likely because you don't know how to set up profitable models in your business. Okay? And that requires you investing in a coach. As you know, I mentioned to you guys earlier today, I've got a great promotion today with my coaching program, which is Core Moms. And I always shoot you straight, so there's no like smoke and mirrors. There's no need for it. What is that saying? Setting up profitable models. Yes, setting up profitable models. Has that been a challenge for you in your business? Okay, so remember to win today. You have to say, maybe that's your question, that your problem has been setting up profitable models. Yes, and that's one of the reasons that, what's your name? Because you can then win the bag and the book and the mug. The bag, the book, and the mug. Okay, Sharice. All right, so Sharice, email me at Mia_Redrick at findingdefinitions.com. Mia, Mia_Redrick, REDRICK, at findingdefinitions.com. And I need your address so I can send you the book, your mug, okay, and your jute tote bag, which is, I have to say is pretty cute. I use it all the time. All right. Share with your followers, guys. I'm on a mission to support moms and with real systems that work, no hype about it. I have a very unconventional path in that I started my business years ago as a mom, and I wanted to do mom coaching when nobody knew what that was. And I was going against, sometimes you're going against the grain, like you're going against convention. Nobody knows what it is, so it's hard to get validated in what you're doing. You get a lot of side-eye blank stares. You guys know what I'm talking about. Any of my thought leaders out there, right? Anybody brokering in something new, people will tell you this makes no sense. And that's what I was told by the very first point of contact who I met. And then over the years, and I had people like, prove you're a mom strategist and all that kind of stuff. And it's interesting because 400 clients later, over 112 of my clients have written books. More than half of them are Amazon bestsellers. There's nothing to prove. They're just results. And so sometimes you just have to go and do it. But I couldn't do it without coaching. And so I had hired a very profitable coach. She was the second highest paid coach in the country at the time, according to ICF. She had made over $10 million coaching, and she taught me time-rich models. And that's what I teach my clients. I don't teach hype strategies at all. As you know, I'm a pretty down-to-earth person. My clients will tell you. And my only goal is to support moms with creating incredible results in their business. And I'm really passionate about it because last year my husband had a kidney transplant after being on dialysis for 5 years. And I know the value of having built an amazing business, owning my time, being a full-time entrepreneur, and never having to think one time about going back to work or not being there for my husband during that most critical time, right? So I know that if you're a mom and you're building a business, one of the reasons that you're building a business, Mick, quit it. That's my dog. One of the reasons that you're building a business is for your why, and it's likely for your family. It might be to educate your kids in a certain way. It might be to travel the world, right? We've been able to travel with our kids and take our kids. I've been able to give my kids a world-class education. I've invested over $600,000 in my children's education, and I have a 4th grader, 8th grader, and a 11th grader. And I don't say that to brag. I say that when you build a solid and amazing business, it creates options for you. Okay, it creates lifestyle for you. And to me, lifestyle is being able to educate my kids like I want, travel how I need to, 4 to 6 vacations a year, and to own my time. Okay, to be young, to be under 50 years old, and to have been a full-time entrepreneur for the last 10 years, and my husband the same, is an honor and a privilege. And it's not something that I need to hype. It's what I live every day. I own my time, and that's important. And I want to support more moms out there doing exactly the same thing. And the coolest part is that I've been able to build this amazing business without traveling all over traveling everywhere. I just want to make sure that you guys have my information. Mia_Redrick. Mia_Redrick at findingdefinitions.com. So for those of you who won the bags today, the way that you win, there's one more bag left and mug. So I'm giving away today a Time for Mommy mug. Can you guys see it? It's kind of cool. Nice deep mug, right? I can stick my whole hand in there. And also my book, my #1 Amazon bestseller, Time for Mommy, 5 Essential Strategies for a Mother's Self-Care. Okay. Thank you so much for putting that up for me. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. That is correct. Mia_Redrick at findingdefinitions.com. And you win this pretty cool jute bag. I love it. It's like the best over-the-shoulder bag to pack for you. See how deep it is? But anyway, you win those 3 things. We just have one left. So if you want to win, all you have to do is write down what's been your biggest challenge in working with a coach. Now, I know someone mentioned earlier setting up profitable models. Exactly. So something I know a lot about. So tell me a little bit about your business. Profitable models. Are you in a coaching business? What's your business? And I'd love to support you and answer that question for you specifically. All right. So tell me what your challenge is. Thank you for joining today. You can win. We have one left. You have to say what your challenge is in terms of working with a coach. Why haven't you worked with a coach? What has been your preconceived notion about working with a coach? And you can win my #1 Amazon bestseller. You can win also this incredible mug, which is nice and big. See, my whole fist fits inside it. And you will win a Time for Mommy tote. It's a jute tote, so it's pretty cool. And it's nice and big on the inside as well. And you get all 3 of those. And all you have to do is say what your challenge is. Now, I believe in rewarding people for playing full out. And so the only way you can play full out is you got to speak up, right? So I am Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, and you can always check me out at miaredrick.com. I am about to sign off. So we do have one more bag left. If someone's interested, you need to post a question. I'm happy to answer it, and then we'll take it from there. But I will say that Core Moms Coaching I mentioned is for you if you are smart, if you are sharp, if you're looking for a community, if you've been struggling with your branding, your marketing, how to get your social media to work for you, how to use ads, how to find your target audience, how to create great products, how to position yourself as an expert, how to get media to come to you. And the coolest part is everything that I teach, I've actually done. Imagine that if I tell you that I am a national expert on television, I am not the guest on the Dr. Oz show that has been the person with the itch. You know what I mean? You know how people take a picture of themselves with the doctor and they're the person that had the itch and the expert was a person giving them advice. Come on, that doesn't count, guys. So I'm a credible expert. I have been a paid expert on the nationally syndicated Emmy-nominated show American Now News. I've shot tons of segments with them, and the show is currently in syndication. So I'm excited about that. I've also been the Mom Strategist, coached families live on the new Ricky Lake show. I've done tons of news segments locally, but more importantly, I get to live my dream. I get to position myself and my message and support moms just like you with life and business success. That's what I'm into. And yes, I'm looking to work with some incredible women who want 2016 to look differently than 2015. And if it's you and you believe in self-investment, then you need to check me out. Now, you can check me out at miaredrick.com. Okay, Kiara, I just saw your email. So, okay, cool. Thank you so much. This is great. See, aren't you great? Thank you. All right, Kiara. And you just gave me your address. I got it. Okay. So perfect. Thank you for sending it. Again, we have one more left. We have one more left. One more giveaway left, which is the mug, the book, and the tote bag. So I'm happy to give it away. I'm going to sign out in the next 2 minutes. Any last questions for me about coaching? Did this broadcast support you guys? Did the broadcast support you guys? Okay, I got some hearts. Okay. So, let me know if you have any questions. The whole purpose of this scope is obviously to support you, raise awareness for moms about how coaching can really support you, save you time, it saves you money. God, if I tried to coach myself, it wouldn't have worked because there are things that I just didn't know. I can't coach myself because I have blind spots and you have blind spots. So you need to work with someone. I am new to you, but you are awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, check me out at miaredrick.com. There's some really cool giveaways there. There are maybe 5 or 6 audios on how to build a profitable business. And I think it'll really support you. You sign up for my newsletter list there. Really, really great, good, solid content. Kiara, let me know if I can support you in some other way. I would love to. And then definitely just sign on to Scope. I think I have on catch.me. You can see everything that I've scoped about. But 2 weeks ago, hello, welcome to Scope. Hey, Crystal's in the house. Crystal, I haven't talked to you in 100 years. She is one of my Core Mom coaching clients, and I think Core Moms 2. We now have Core Moms 6. So we have different classes of Core Moms, and which is so cool. I get to work with amazing, brilliant, incredible women who are entrepreneurs who take their dreams and like to package their dreams and monetize their dreams in many different ways. Some are speakers, authors, coaches, bloggers who do all kinds of extraordinary things. Some are service-based businesses, B2B businesses. And my specialty is how to market, how to position yourself as an expert, how to use digital strategy to get your message out there, to get a consistent message out there. So remember, today you can win. This is the last call. This mug, okay, right here. Okay. The Time for Mommy mug. It's a pretty big mug. And my #1 Amazon bestseller, okay, this book here. Alongside the tote, which I love, my tote. It's a Time for Mommy tote. It's pretty big. Okay. It's a nice jute bag. It's woven. People really like it. And you can see how big it is. So you win all 3 of those. And all you have to say is, what's one of your challenges or questions you've had about coaching over the years. And I'll answer it. So that's pretty simple, right? We just have 1 left. Okay. We just have 1 left. All right. So let me know if there are any questions. And otherwise, I'm going to sign out. I'm Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, and my website is miaredrick.com. I'd love for you to join my newsletter list, and I'd love for you to follow me here on Periscope. I'm going to try to come on every day because I've been getting some really good feedback. You guys have been signing up for my list, and I've been making some new friends, which is cool. My only goal is to support moms with life and business success. All right? That's what I'm into. So if you're into learning new ways as a mom that you can be consistent in owning your business, owning your time, running, taking care of your dream, and being the kind of mom that you want to be, then you're going to love everything that I talk about, all right? So I'll talk to you soon. I am miaredrick.com, the Mom Strategist. Have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.